We're here with Joe Root, fine young player, an up-and-coming player, an England Lions player, I believe. First thing that we're going to look for is how to see off the new ball, a speciality for yourself. What are the key components to seeing off that new ball, that key first 15 overs?
I think the main thing is to try and watch the ball and straight out of the hand and play it as late as you can. Try and figure out early on which way they're trying to swing it. And get in good solid positions and look to leave well. And watch it as they're running in. Try and get any clues that you can see, if you can see a shiny side early on once the lacquer's worn off. So just try and give yourself as much chance as possible when it comes to release. I think a key element of opening the bat is looking to leave the ball well and not getting yourself drawn into shots that you don't need to play. Picking the line outside off stump, maybe fourth stump. So say if you're taking middle stump, I personally give myself an inch outside off stump, draw a nice little line here. So when I'm leaving the ball, I pick the line about fourth, fifth stump, try and get a good stride and cover my stumps, and then I look down at the floor and I can see that my foot's on line with this mark I've made. And I know I'm covering my stumps. Sometimes by playing a good forward defensive where you don't follow the ball and you keep it nice and compact, that's almost as good as a leave, because you've done pretty much everything right. The bowlers beat you, and sometimes you just got to give them a bit of credit and just sort of say, well bowled, but I'm still not out. I personally try and get my hands right out of the way, because where I feel sometimes I do come inside it, but that's more because I've tried to line it up and I've got it slightly wrong, so I just want to try and get a bat out the line of it. Some people like to do that because they're lining it up and they think, oh no, that's not there. But for me, I feel that I'm quite clumsy and I'll probably leave it in place and nick off. So for me, I want to try and make a strong statement, get my hands right out of the way, and eliminate as much danger as possible.
Has he fenced maybe at that a little bit too much?
I think his footwork was quite good, but at the end of the day it got quite big on him, and he could have probably dropped his hands and try and get out of the way of it there. I think that's an area where a lot of fast bowlers get a lot of wickets with that extra bit of bounce early on with the harder ball. So it's one of those where you want to try and get your gloves out of the way. Look to play it as late as possible, let it come right into you. So looking to make contact right under your eyes and getting in good strong position. So getting a good stride in and looking to still play it right under your nose. So you're getting your weight into the shot, whether it be front foot or back foot. Also, it means that you're playing it right under your eyes, so your contact of the ball is in much more control, because it's right under your body and you're in full aware of what's happening.
Do you have in mind a handful of shots, say 3 shots that you focus on?
I think so. I think it also depends on the bowler. I mean, if it's a taller guy getting a bit of extra bounce, your scoring areas are going to be either your cuts or your pulls, rather than looking to drive. Whereas someone who's pitching it up and trying to swing it, you probably want to look to get on the front foot and try and drive anything or clip anything that they get a bit straight. So get in a good position, use the crease well, so you get deep in the crease, let the ball come late, and try and use the pace on the ball, play it right under your eyes and let it come off at an angle down there. So you're playing it nice and late in full control, and just turning the wrist just on contact, slightly after contact, just to guide the ball down behind square. Again, another important point of playing the new ball is picking length well, and in determining how high you can get, whether you have to get your hands right up so you can get on top of the ball, or whether you feel it's getting too big on you and you have to duck out of the way of it. If it is carrying well through to the keeper, if you use that soft hands, it generally takes a little bit of sting out of the ball, and it stops it from carrying to either slip cord or the keeper. You can get out a lot, caught down the leg side off your glove. You feel quite unlucky if that happens as an opening batter, but it happens a couple of times. There's obviously something going wrong. That's probably a case where you want to try and get your hands down out of the way and try and get underneath the ball.
Sometimes you just have to accept you're going to get hit, right?
Yeah, sometimes you just got to wear one. It's not nice, but you're still in. The hard part of opening the batting is the decision making and knowing what you can do and what you can't do with minimal risk, really, and trying to find out which are your best areas to score and which are most likely to get you out. Try and be as relaxed as you can be at the crease, and just try and play on instinct.